So the main thing I wanted to correct with the new setup of the feed room is to open up the walkway. I used to store all of our feed against the south wall, but we removed that, so now I have a wide open walkway to get in and out to the back where we keep our water is on the back end side. So the only thing on this wall now is the feed instructions for all of our animals. So that way if I have help, they know exactly who gets fed what and when. Then next up is our feeding station, and this contains everything. These are those new containers. These are great, you guys. They say they hold up to 60 pounds. I think that might be pushing it a bit, but I'm assuming if you put 60 pounds in, you may want to change the way the container is laid. That's probably, I don't know, 30 pounds, maybe 25. That bag was half gone. So you can see it's going to be pushing it a bit to get 60 pounds in there. But my main goal was to get 50 pounds. And it's hard to put the lid on with my left hand. Okay, my main goal was to get 50 pounds in, and I think that's going to fit just fine. So I have the 4 big containers on the bottom. These are my main feeders. So I have my buck feed, my chicken feed, my duck feed. And this container is still empty. I think I'm going to keep my kelp in there because that is the most expensive item I pay for to feed my animals. And therefore, I do think I want it in a better airtight container instead of a tote at the bottom. Or a bucket, I should say. And then on the top are all of my additives that I use for my goats and my chickens if they need additional help health-wise. Next up, this is medications that I'm using up currently, so it's easier for me to get to them. And then those are my syringes and administrators. And then of course my scale, my dehorner, and a few extra items at the very top, and of course fly straps, because you always need lots of those. And then in the corner we have trash, my bucket to feed my chickens with. Everything is labeled so that way whoever is feeding knows exactly where everything is. And then I have my measuring cups, my writing utensils. These are all of my clips. You can never have too many of these clips, and I have all different kinds and all different sizes. I love these clips, so I have tons of them. So you can never have too many of those clips, and that's just an old mineral feeder that I'm using for that. Zip ties, my son came up with that little MacGyver-esque storage way. And then of course just nails, holding in any collars, leads, and paper towels. These are first aid emergency supplies, and then disinfectant wipes, my drill, and my natural fly spray mixture. These are for my barley. This is for my oats. That's what I mix to make my own feed for my goats. And I buy those in 100-pound bags, therefore the barrels need to stay. And then this is my chaff hay. That it's very important that chaff hay not get hot. So if it's very hot in here, I'll take my bottom tote in, and maybe even my top tote into the house to make sure that it doesn't get moldy. Then our cat feed, our magnetic strip, which I absolutely love. I have one of these in the house as well that hold my most important tools so I can get to them fast. And then this is my junk box. Now I use the top to do my feed for my goats on, and then the inside is just miscellaneous. My tools, extra syringes. I think I have my clippers are in there, my brushes are in there, extra feed bowls are in there, and a whole bunch of fly strips and fly traps. And that is basically it. That is my feed room. It took me a long time to get it to an organized space, but like I said, I really like the way it is now. The only totes I have are these 2 in here, and that seems to give me so much more free room. And the reason why the chaff hay is in totes, because it needs to be airtight, and it's easier for me to move if I need to take it indoors. So I hope you guys enjoyed my feed room tour.